Hello class, hope that you're doing well today. Good to see you. I want to go over and explain with you the objectives and the assignments for module number 4, diversity in the elementary science classroom. What you'll want to do is go over to the Blackboard and go over to the left and click on the course documents tab. And when you get there, just click on module number 4 assignment sheet, download that, and then go ahead and put your name right here, and let's jump in with section 1, engagement. This engagement, I've got web resource number 4. Click on that, see if that's something that you may want to use, and then of course put your own web resource or whatever type of resource that you would like into this brown box, beige box, and it could just be a web page, that's fine. It could just be a YouTube video that you would like to share with your students. It could be a whole set of games, resources that's online, or otherwise teachers can access this. Teachers or students. So if it's for students, great. Elementary students, great. If it's for elementary teachers, great. Just put it right in there. And once you've put it in the brown box, very good. Please go ahead and put it into the discussion board and just drop it right in there in section 1, your engagement resources, so other teachers can have access to your great resource as well. Let's move on to section number 2, exploration. As I told you in the last section, my mom probably had a lot to do with my being a science teacher, because she was a librarian in the school that I was attending, and she was always sharing great science books with me, and I love to read those science books, and she inspired me with those books. What I would like you to do is find a book that you think would inspire your students, any topic that you want to in science, whether biology, whatever it is that you want to have, physical science, whatever the topic is, choose that book. It could be a book that's in your school that you own, or even from your public library. That's all good. Please put the bibliographic information right in here, and then go through and fill out these questions here. What's the book about? How does it engage the reader? Is it the story that's engaging? Is it the pictures? What is it that's really neat? Is it the dialogue? Is it the text in the book? What is it that's engaging your readers? And how does it inform? Meaning, what are the things that it's doing to teach science to your students? Is there a challenge? And each book should inspire. And I shouldn't say just challenge. I should say, how does this book inspire the reader? So where it says challenge, let's put challenge/inspire your reader. And of course, what has attracted you to this book? What is it overall that that makes you that gives you that feeling that, yeah, this is a great book that's going to inspire my students? So literacy, science, wonderful combination, and ever so important, ever so powerful in elementary science education. I'm looking forward to your books. The USC Upstate Library has a lot of these books, and what I like to do is, if whatever the books that you have, I call over there and look in the library so I can follow up too, because I think that you have great ideas with these books. So I'm looking forward to the books that you're choosing, the books that you would choose, and to share them. So thank you. Let's take a look at section number 3. We're talking about diversity in the science classroom, and what form that takes for me is that each one of your students are important, whether that's boys or girls, any race, nationality, socioeconomic background. All of your students are important. And so often students get the idea that, well, to be a scientist you have to be a white male, in their 50s, to do science, and that's so not true, because each one of your students have a wonderful opportunity. This is the United States. If students have as good a chance here as I think any place to to put their dreams and ideas, their goals in science into action. And I think it's important that we as science teachers promote that, actively promote that, not just passively, because they get all the images that, okay, males are better in science than females. Not true. One race or one, not true. Each one of your students have real potential to do great things in science. And so I want us to be actively aware of that and actively promote science with each one of our students because I believe each one of our students can do science. I'll read through these two texts. Here's a video as well, and take a look. Remember, when you click on it, it's going to be a long document, but just read the pages 215 to 222. And then as you're reading, keep these guiding questions in mind. You're welcome to respond to these guiding questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always have about 5 guiding questions. You don't have to respond to all 5, but I would like your responses to be 5 to 8 well thought out sentences, good summary sentences. If you're not sure, write more, because more is always better. I understand when you write more, I understand more of what you're talking about, where you're coming from, what your reflections actually are. So if in doubt, write more. I promise you I read every word that you write down. Every word is important, and I'm looking forward to reading your responses on these sections. All right, well, let's take a look at section 4, elaboration. You may have already had the opportunity to work with a flip chart, but a flip chart is actually a wonderful tool to use in an elementary science classroom. Great ways that you can manipulate graphics, move those. There's all kinds of great things that are in there already that are built in, like dice, that you can use in your science classrooms. The Active Inspire is a free download because you're taking this course. So just go there to where it says click here. You can download that. It's a free download. There's a tutorial that Active Inspire Flipchart has for you. I make a tutorial for you myself. Promethean Planet is a great resource. It's got tons of science lessons in there that are elementary focused. And if you just click on that, now they will ask you to log in. Give them, well, of course, I always hate giving out personal information, so give them whatever you're comfortable with giving them. You can give them an alias or anything like that. That's fine. But I can say that Promethean sends me stuff twice a year. I get very little junk mail from Promethean. So if you do put in your email address, I can say that my experience with them has been very positive. I don't get junk mail from them. And the stuff that I do get, every other month, and I check on it, and it's pretty good stuff. It's things that I find valuable as I'm teaching the elementary science course at the undergraduate and at the graduate level. I've got a sample Active Inspire lesson. It's a flip chart, and that's a great place to start. You can look at it, you can manipulate the little graphics, and you can see a lot of what flip chart does. Now, when you're doing this, I would encourage you, if you have experience with it, sure, start from scratch or modify a lesson that you've already got. But if you haven't used flip chart, I would say go in and find a lesson that you believe that you could use in your classroom from Promethean Planet and modify that lesson so it fits your needs. I'm not asking that you reinvent the wheel here. I'm asking that you go in and that you play with it. So go into Promethean Planet, find a lesson that works, manipulate that lesson, fix it the way you want to, add some pages, take away some pages, put in that personal information, add your SC Science standards that you're looking for, and let that be a place, let that template help guide you. You don't feel like you got to do it all from scratch. Use their template, or use a lesson as a starting point, and then modify. Now, if you are familiar with the Active Inspire, hey, start from scratch. Do something that's going to work for you. Otherwise, use one of theirs, modify it. Okay. As you go through and you're creating this lesson, keep these things in mind. The engage, the explore, the explain, the expand, and of course the evaluate. So go through and meet those criteria. Your evaluation, where do I say, your quiz, or, a set of 3 questions, summary questions at the end of the chapter. You can make it true, false, short answer, whatever you feel that your students that you want your students to do is what's appropriate for this. And how it meets. So go through and just give me just a 1 or 2 sentence summary about how your flip chart lesson is meeting each one of these criteria. You will save that flip chart lesson and put it to Blackboard module number 4. So of course you're going to save this lesson and attach module number 4 to Blackboard, but also where it says module number 4 assignments, attach your flip chart lesson. Blackboard allows for multiple submissions, so put in this page right here, this document right here, and then put in your flip chart Promethean lesson. Okay, it could be that, I do live an hour away. I teach in Spartanburg and I live in Asheville, so I have a lot of time that I'm sitting in a car. I listen to a lot of NPR, and I'm listening to news stories, and that may be what's behind this formative evaluation, this non-routine evaluation here. I would like you to write a news story based on the information that you've learned in this module. This could be maybe your news report on you're using Active Inspire to develop a lesson. This could be your news report on any of the things that you have done in this module. So make it kind of like a 60 seconds, kind of read through it. If it's 40 seconds, 30 to 40 seconds even. But you're trying to make it so that it sounds like a news story. It's a fun way for your students to reflect on the material that you've done. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm having us model the things that we would want, or that we would have our students do in our own classroom as a type of formative assessment. So give it a try. Write a news story, 30, 60 seconds news story about the things that you learned in this module. Okay, last, if you want to do the science mystery, that is absolutely an alternative for you. You can do science mystery number 4. Click on that. It's supposed to be something fun. It's supposed to be something interesting. And, of course, you can Google those responses, find out what's going on, find out the science reason why. You're welcome to just copy it word for word. Do a cut and paste, but do cite your resources. All I need is a web page, because when I'm evaluating these lessons, I'll click on the web page and see the resources that you've used. So check that out. I think they're fun. If you want to do them, that's great. However, it's just an alternative assignment. You can still do both the final project and the final report. Both of those for your evaluations. That's it. That's module number 4. If you have some questions, comments, or things that you want to modify or change to better meet where you're at in your classroom or with your students, maybe you're teaching a special ed course or special ed students, I'm happy to work with you to find ways that we can make these lessons be as effective for you as possible, so that your takeaway will be something that you can use in your own classroom. Very good. Hope that this goes well for you. Hopefully this will be something valuable for you. And contact me if you have any questions. Have a great day.